Welcome back to My Block Jags. I am Denaro Scurry, and we did it. We did it, y'all. We did it. We got the number one pick. Jacksonville Jaguars, we lost. Jets won. We got the number one pick. I'm guessing the Jets is like, fuck it. We just gonna fire Gates at the end of the season, and Darnold isn't a problem. Because it was obvious they were tanking. Just the fact that they were able to play like a completely different team yesterday lets me know they were tanking. And Sam Darnold isn't a problem. So if they would have drafted Trevor Lawrence, it wouldn't have made a difference. Because as long as they have Adam Gase as their head coach, they were always going to be shit. But Jacksonville Jaguars, we finally have the ability to get one of the best quarterbacks coming out of the draft. Since 2007, I want to say was the last time we had good quarterback play. Like all together, not like inconsistent play or anything. I think 2007 is when we had the last good quarterback play, and that was when we had David Garrard, and we made it to the playoffs and all that. But after that, we've been horrible, man. You talking about Blaine Gabbert. I remember everyone making excuses for Blaine Gabbert, saying he wasn't the reason. Everybody else was the reason why Blaine Gabbert couldn't be successful, but Blaine Gabbert was horrible. Then you had Chad Henne. Chad Henne, I remember people were saying, well, Chad Henne should be the next quarterback to start for the Jaguars. You had Chad Henne, you had Cody Kessler. It's so many. Cody Kessler, you had, then we ended up drafting Blake Bortles, and then we have, who was behind Blake Bortles? I think it might have been Kessler. I don't know, man. We just had so many quarterbacks. Blake Bortles, then we got Minshew. Now we have Mike Glennon, then Jake Luton. I mean, we just have so many quarterbacks in the last 13 years that meant absolutely shit, man. They haven't done nothing for us. Even Garrard, after 2007, I think he got paid and he kind of went downhill, and that's when we ended up drafting Blaine Gabbert, and we fumbled on that because we cut Garrard too early. We cut Garrard the beginning of the season and started Gabbert as a straight up rookie when he wasn't even the best quarterback in the draft. Or whatever the issue, I still feel some type of way about us drafting him. But we've always had shitty, for the last 13, 14 years, we had shitty quarterbacks. Our quarterback play that's the one consistent thing that we can say as Jaguar fans that we've always dropped the ball on, is just our quarterback play. And now we have the chance to write our own future. We have the chance to go out here and get the best quarterback that's coming out the draft. We have the chance to get if they're saying Trevor Lawrence is as good as he is, the next Peyton Manning, the next Andrew Luck, IQ, all that shit, supposed to be Superman. He can stand in the pocket. He has enough what's the word? Not agility. Athleticism. He has enough athleticism to run if we want to do the read option type shit. So we finally have the option to go get the best quarterback available. And I think that is the best thing for us. Go get him. Go get Trevor Lawrence. Do not believe Trevor Lawrence is going to stay in college, because if he stays in college, there's nothing else. It's just another sorry team's going to draft him next year. I mean, you got to understand the worst teams in the league get the top picks. So if Jacksonville's the worst team in the league and Trevor Lawrence says, oh, I don't want to come out, I want to stay another year because I don't want to get drafted by Jacksonville. Okay, next year you're going to get drafted by the worst team. So you're always going to be with the worst team. It doesn't matter if you come out this year, if you come out next year, if you take 4 years off of football and then decide to come in the draft. You're always going to be drafted to the worst team if you're the number one pick. Or if you're if you're the number one pick, you're always going to be drafted to the worst team. And people are saying that, he should be upset because he's going to Jacksonville and not going to New York. The market's smaller, with endorsements and blah, 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 whoop, the whoop. Everyone swears they knows about endorsements until when you ask them what the endorsements are. What are the endorsements Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones have? Please tell me. They don't have no endorsements. I have never seen them in a Haynes commercial. Never seen them on a T-Mobile screen. Never seen them on T-Mobile. Never seen them do absolutely shit when it comes to endorsements, but for whatever reason, that's a talking point. Endorsements. You look at Jacksonville, we had Jalen Ramsey and Gardner Minshew, and they had endorsements coming out of Jacksonville. So the endorsements find the player. The player don't find the endorsements. No matter where you're at, the endorsements are going to come. If you show up and play, the endorsements are going to find you. I mean, come on now. We had a 6th round rookie getting endorsements all last year and all through the summer. If you play, the endorsement's gonna come. Jalen Ramsey, he played, he got endorsements while he was here. The endorsements he has in LA is the same endorsements that he had here. He got them here in Jacksonville. So the endorsements find the player don't find the endorsements. So that's that. I mean, the money's going to be here. If he comes here and he shows up, if he's the number one pick off rip, he's getting endorsements. He gets at least like $5-6 million in endorsements just for being the number one pick. And then after that, if he shows up and he plays, the endorsements are going to continue to come. So that's that. But Trevor, I think he's going to be the key. I think he's going to be the building, the building stone, the building block to what could be something to change this whole organization, this whole franchise around. I mean, we've been the bottom of the barrel of the NFL shit since the 2000s. Though, like, to be honest, I mean, since the 2000s, I think they showed how many where we're at. I think we're like the second or third or some shit in losses. But we're at the bottom of the barrel, man. And now we have the chance to write our future, at least for the next 5-6 years. Point blank period. We have the chance to improve our team for the next 5 and 6 years to where we can actually do something. We can actually be competitive. We can actually compete in the NFL, and people wouldn't look at Jacksonville as a place to come die and retire or come collect a check and go. You know what I'm saying? The basis in their career. I keep seeing people saying this dumb. I don't understand how is this a talking point. It's so fucking stupid. People are saying, well, Trevor ain't gonna fix everything. Bro, there's 7 rounds to the fucking NFL draft. And then when you have multiple picks in that draft, of course, one player. This is not the NBA where they only have 2 rounds and they only have 5 players on the court. Do you have multiple picks? There's multiple rounds. Of course, Trevor Lawrence ain't gonna be the fix it all. I mean, of course, you got to build your team around him. Perfect example. Look at Cincinnati. Just this year, they drafted Joe Burrow and I don't think they invested into their line at all, and then the motherfucker got his ACL ripped. So, of course, Trevor Lawrence ain't going to solve everything, but Trevor Lawrence is going to be a big piece of the puzzle. Then we build off that. If we build off that, we're going to be good. Same way how they tried to build around Blake Bortles, sorry ass, and they drafted Fournette. You can build around Trevor Lawrence by drafting Trevor Lawrence with the first pick, then the next first round pick, go after the best offensive lineman. The next 2-3 picks, go after the best offensive lineman. I don't give a shit if they spend the next 5 picks going after the offensive lineman. We have multiple picks. I want to say like 10, 11 picks. We have a lot of picks to where we can build around Trevor Lawrence to make the team better. We can build our offensive line and our D line, and instantly we're going to be a better team. Just off those 2 things, we're drafting Lawrence. Just if we draft offensive line, defensive line, offer it, we're going to be a better team. Point blank period. So that's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm thinking a lot of people are looking at it. It's funny, yesterday when we were playing the Chicago Bears, they blew our ass out. I mean, of course, we started Mike Glennon. They did that on purpose. They started Mike Glennon on purpose. He's the veteran. If you put Minshew in, Minshew been begging, crying, and pleading to put him in the game so he can prove himself. You put Luton in the game. He's a rookie. Of course, he wants to show that he's the guy. He's pretty good. So you had to start Glennon because he's the only veteran. He's the only guy that's been in the league. Who knows the business. Been on a few teams. Made his money. They say, hey, we want to go out there. We just want to go out there and just play. We just want to go out there and play. We're not trying to win. We're not trying to do nothing. But it's funny watching the game yesterday. It was obvious that they're all on the tank train. It was obvious. It was right before the half. I think it was 8 seconds left. Todd Wash called a straight prevent defense with nothing in the middle of the field, and they had 1 timeout. And they were trying to kick a field goal, and they ended up doing it. It was ridiculous and hilarious that they actually called that play. And then when they threw it to the tight end in the middle of the field, he caught the ball and didn't know what to do. He fell on the ground. He just gave himself up, and he could have ran for at least 7 more yards and still had enough time to call timeout. But he was so wide open. He caught the ball, took a step or 2, and just dropped it on the floor. But the team is embracing the tank. A lot of the fans are embracing the tank. The media is embracing the tank. When Chicago was scoring, we were cheering for Chicago. I got a notification on my phone that even said it's either a lot of Chicago fans in Jacksonville or the Jaguar fans are rooting for the Bears. And that's exactly what we were doing. We're rooting for the Bears. Even we ran a fake punt. And Winger ended up getting the first down. But I was so pissed that we did that shit. because we got the first down. Even though it got called back, it was a holding call and got called back. I was pissed that we ran that fucking fake punt. I was pissed, but it didn't work. It got called back and we ended up punting the ball again. They ended up getting the ball. But I'm excited to see what this offseason is going to look like. I'm excited to see the Senior Bowl. I think the two worst teams get the Senior Bowl, get the staff for the Senior Bowl. So I'm excited to see who's going to be out there at the Senior Bowl. I'm just excited, period. You got these guys coming up to these bowl games. And I'm just excited. Now that I know where Jacksonville stands and where we're going, I'm excited for the offseason. I can't wait. So that's that. Trevor to Duval, man. I think it's set in stone, man. I think it's set in stone. We there. He's here. I think shit's gonna be very exciting to see him. Hopefully he still wears 16, but it's gonna be very exciting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And that's that for this glorious. I ain't even call it Loser Monday. That's this video for this glorious Monday that we got. But that's this.